This conference will now be recorded.
Hello everyone, Tal from StorageGuardian here. Today I would like to talk to you about our continuity planner that helps you prepare for a disaster recovery. So the first thing is to log in through our portal. Once you're logged in, we're already prepared for you a demo customer with a demo plan. So what you can see here, we're basically recording the information for the critical servers in the organization. So we already inputted a list of servers here in the order that I would like them to spin up in our cloud service. So you can see I have your Active Directory machine. I created a delay of 10 minutes till the next machine, the Exchange server, will be up and running deliberately because I need the Active Directory up and running before the Exchange. And you can create this delay in any case you need, of course. Rest of the servers, again, just by the list that I want them to spin up. And part of what we're recording here with each machine. So application, what type of application it is. Like you saw, we have Active Directory, we have Exchange, we have a database. Which department is this server belongs to? What is the maximum downtime allowed? We're also recording the backup name and the machine name. What type of a machine is it? Is it a VMware, Hyper-V? Is it a physical machine? What is the operating system? Is it a Windows? Is it a Linux? Recording also the IP address, how many gigabytes of RAM and how many cores we need to spin up this machine, and how much storage. So all of these we're recording here at what we call the planning phase. And once we have completed that list, then we have our plan, basically. So we have the servers that we're going to spin up, and this is the plan to do that. Another option, if you already have a prepared list, you can use our import. So you can either use your own Excel file and just map the fields, or you can actually download our template and use that to import it. Okay, so that's basically concluding the first phase of the planning. What we'll do next, we'll click on the update the DR book. What we're doing here, we're allowing the customer to choose a 3-digit PIN number that will increase afterwards to 8-digit PIN number. That will allow the customer to declare a disaster securely with this PIN. Without this PIN, he cannot declare a disaster. You can see we're recording the information of that person, the company, the contact name, the email address, the phone number, also for text, because we're allowing you to declare a disaster also for texting. You can also update up to 4 other persons that will be able to get notification about the declaration and the steps. And on the right side, you can see all the servers that I currently listed and the names of the servers. Okay, so once we're done with that, we agreed on the person that will be able to declare a disaster. We assign the PIN number. We'll just click back on the continuity planner. And what you'll be able to see now that we have our plan, and from that, we're concluded with the planning phase. Okay, so now we're moving on to the testing phase. And probably most of you know, but disaster recovery doesn't work by itself. It actually needs some work, especially if you're doing disaster recovery as a service. So we're going to test this solution with you because this is not an out-of-the-box solution. It will not work by itself. So what we're going to do, we're going to declare a disaster. We're going to fail over the servers. At that point, what we'll see all the network issues that we usually see. So most of the things that we are seeing is IPsec issues and VLANs issues. And after that, it's mostly internal network issues. So we'll work with you on that and with your customers. and you will be able to see eventually a working solution. That's the idea of the testing. So after we fixed everything, we made sure everything is working, we're going to also assign a secure VPN connection so you can log in securely to your cloud solution. Because once you declare a disaster, it will spin up the machine in the cloud for you, and you will only be able to log into that environment by using that VPN connection. Okay, so eventually after the testing phase is concluded, you're getting a few things here. So first of all, you have a working solution because you tested it, so you know it's working. The second thing, it's secure. And the third thing you will be getting from that, and that's the third row you see here, is that once we are done with testing, we can tell you exactly how long it took us to restore each server. And that's basically the $1 million question. You know, a lot of customers will come to you and say, okay, I want the solution. How long till I be up and running? And you cannot really answer this question unless you actually tested it. So at that point in time, you will be able to tell them this is the timeline, this is how long it's going to take you to be up and running in the cloud. And we're going to record the time for each server and also when we validate it. So you'll know when you tested it last. Now, we do recommend that you do it at least twice a year. As you know, things change a lot. Some servers are decommissioned. Maybe you're adding new servers. So with all that, 2 times a year, I think that's the minimum to be up and running and up to speed. Okay, one more thing that you'll be able to present to your customer. You can click here on the print playbook. Eventually, you'll be able to give him the playbook, which is mentioning the following. So it will give him the name of the plan that we created, the PIN number that we assigned, who is the person that is able to declare a disaster. And here you can see the ways to declare a disaster. So you can either call this number, you can use our IVR system, you can text messaging, or you can actually use this URL and log in and declare a disaster. On the second page, you will have the sequence of servers. So each server, what is the backup that we're using, and all the details of what we need in order to spin up this machine in our cloud. As you can see here, this is going to be a VMware machine. The operating system is Windows 2016, 4 gigabytes of RAM, 60 gigabytes of gigabytes for disk, and what is the IP address. So these are important details for our process. So you'll be getting this as well. And again, like I mentioned, eventually you get a working solution, and your customer will be happy. Thank you for listening.